As the saying goes, the first impression is the most important and lasting. It also applies to the job interview. How do you make a positive first impression on the interviewer? Well, that can be done from a well-prepared self-introduction. Today, we bring you this informative session on how to introduce yourself. We will give you an outline of how to give a thoughtful and positive introduction. But before we go ahead, just make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to stay updated with all the latest Edureka videos. Also, if you are interested in getting an online training certification course, then check out the link given in the description box. Knowing the do's and don'ts of introducing yourself in an interview is crucial since it determines how the conversation will go. Before moving on to the template we have for you, let's examine what the interviewer wants to see in your self-introduction. There is a potential that a poor self-introduction will ruin your interview. Thus, keep the self-introduction strictly professional. Because the interviewer doesn't want to know about your personal life and wants to know if you are the right fit for the job and the company. In addition to this, keep in mind that your self-introduction should highlight your experience, confidence, communication skills, and social skills. Your self-introduction is crucial to the interviewer's impression of you as a candidate. You might be wondering why a self-introduction is required during an interview when the interviewer already has a copy of your CV. It is required because recruiters want to hear you directly discuss yourself and assess how well you portray yourself. Therefore, if a recruiter asks you to introduce yourself, discuss yourself, or scroll through your CV, here is an outline of how will you frame your answer. First, start your introduction with a greeting and thank the interviewer for the opportunity. The first part of the self-introduction should be who you are. You can say, "My name is Adesh," or "I'm Annie." Second, then you can say the place of your residence. Without going into detail, briefly discuss your educational qualifications. If you are a recent graduate, mention the name of the institution where you received your education and the degrees you hold. If your grades are particularly strong, you may also mention this. You may also discuss a project you have completed and how it relates to the position. In contrast, if you're an experienced professional, begin by discussing your current or most recent job role, the name of the organization, and your title. You can also discuss your important duties and demonstrate your work, but this should be done quietly and without bragging. If possible, use adjectives like team player, problem solver, creative, and so on. Remember to keep it short and crisp. You are free to speak a line or two about your hobbies and passion. If you are a fresher, you can talk about the co-curricular activities you have done in school or college. This section can bring out your personality on a whole. Finally, the last part of our outline is the closing statement. This is something very crucial and which candidates often miss out. Here, you must concisely explain why are you applying for the job and how you feel it aligns with your future goals. You can speak about how excited you are for this opportunity and how fascinating the company is. Here, you can also mention your core skills and certifications you possess, and how you can apply them in this job. Listening to this section, the interviewer should feel that you can be an asset to the company. Finally, you can conclude your self-introduction by saying, "That's all about me, thank you." So there are all the points you need to keep in mind while framing your answers. Customize your answers by keeping in mind educational backgrounds, achievements, and work experience. It is important to jot down these key points and practice for your next interview. This way, you will be stress-free when you give your self-introduction in the day of the interview. However, do not introduce yourself like a robot. Instead, be comfortable, at ease, and have a natural conversation. It is okay to make small grammatical mistakes, but make sure you make eye contact with the interviewer and be confident. Self-introduction should be brief and ideally it shouldn't be more than a minute. So the next time you're asked to introduce yourself, keep all these points in mind and you will ace it. Following these tips will help you to create a good first impression. That brings us to the end of the session. I hope these tips were helpful and we wish you all the very best. Thank you for watching the session and stay tuned for more from Edureka.
I hope you have enjoyed listening to this video. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries, and we will reply them at the earliest. Do look out for more videos in our playlist and subscribe to Edureka channel to learn more. Happy learning!